Shri Mataji, let's start the meditation for this new day, special day dedicated to all women of the world, to the Devi and to the power of women, as should every day of the year in principle. Let's do a collective namaskar and raise our kundalini.
That the French got their liberation at this day. But what is this liberation for, I don't know. In no country where they had freedom and liberation, I have seen it has not worked something very much that was expected. Same in France. So the liberation through anger, when it comes, hatred, is the basis of these revolutions and these so-called achieved liberations. If the liberation takes place within yourself, so that you are no more slave of any one of these horrible destructive forces and negative forces, then it's a real liberation. The second thing that has happened in France, first time in Europe, it has been recognized as dharma. It's a very big thing, and give a hand to it. It is recognized that Sahaja is dharma. It is. But today it was recognized. This is a very big thing. I must say credit goes to your leader and to all the Sahajogis of France who have worked so hard to get this sanction, this kind of a position. It's a very great thing. So today I was thinking that we'll have the puja of Shri Vishnu, who was the basis of dharma. So far we have never worshipped anyone who were the basics except for Shiva. We only worshipped the incarnations because they became as incarnation. Ganesha came as incarnation, the goddess came as incarnations, Rama, Sri Krishna, Gurus, Christ, Buddha, all of them came as incarnations on this earth. And we worshipped the incarnations who came on earth specially. But today, as Sahaja establishes dharma, we have to know about Shri Vishnu, who is the basis of dharma. Later on, he came on this earth as Sri Ram, then as Sri Krishna, and ultimately as Kalki. It is a beautiful evolution of Sri Vishnu. So one has to understand what is the basis of dharma. If you know, in the matter there are 8 valencies. They are negative, positive and neutral. But in human beings there are 10 valencies. And these 10 valencies are created by Shri Vishnu within us. They are protected, looked after and nourished by Shri Vishnu. And whenever he finds human beings falling down in their dharma, he takes his birth on this earth. Ultimate stage is the Virat. At that stage, this Vishnu principle divides into 2. One goes to Virat, another to Viratangana. But the third principle is what you call as the Mahavishnu, which incarnated as Lord Jesus Christ. So all these 3 principles act at this time in Sahasrara, mainly. So the Virat is the principle in which you can see that the message of inner dharma is spreading all over the world. Not only that it is said in modern times that you don't do this, don't do that, don't do that. No. No 10 commandments. These 10 commandments have to become your own nature. You are to be completely identified with this nature. So in the evolutionary process, if you see, well, it was the job of the Guru to establish these dharmas into. And by these establishments, you were made a person who was dharmic. But if you see in the world, whatever is told, written down, explained, verbally becomes a lip service. That's why we see all the religions who preached about the same things. And they all have gone in different lines. Some are money oriented, some are power oriented, some are violent, and some are absolutely false. So when you see this, you are amazed how this principle of dharma has been ruined by human beings. Why could they not accept dharma? I have to say that there are two genes within us which are meant to protect us from committing sins against the mother and committing sins against the father. Those two genes get into mutation. And then people start doing whatever they like. There is no control over it. And this is what happened during our evolution. I would say in India, traditionally people are dharmic, very dharmic. The reason is for ancient times we have talked of dharma, we had saints, and then there was a kind of a traditional built-in for thousands of years. At that time, we had also Egypt with us. But in Egypt and also in Greece, something went wrong with them. That will take the case of Greece, where they make all the gods look like human beings. They brought down the level of gods from dharma to adharma. And in Egypt, because of the kings of those countries who were very much interested in the death, in their graves, in building pyramids, all such things, not building up inside the dharma. This is the reason why in Egypt also the dharma went down very much, and ultimately now Islam established. Islam came because people were adharmic. Also in Greece they accepted Orthodox Church because people had become adharmic. But these religions themselves were adharmic. They could not instill dharma within themselves. So how could they instill dharma into these people? And this happened very much in these countries. And Vishnu's avtaran, as they say, as a Narasimha, came very near Greece and very near Egypt, that is in Peshawar. In Peshawar, these things happened. So it was very close also to Egypt and to Greece. But they became very much against Vishnu, because they thought their king was killed by them and all that. So all these Rakshasas entered into the area in Afghanistan, and then they came to Egypt and to Greece and tried to bring all the gods and goddesses to the ground. Long time back. Must be at least 10,000 years back, when Prahlada brought in the incarnation of Shri Vishnu. These Rakshasas went into, they were called as Asuras. Assyrians they called, but Asuras they were. And if you go to Egypt, you'll find the Sphinx there. Just the opposite of what Narasimha was. The man is in upper part, and the lion is in the lower part. But Narasimha is just the opposite. Narasimha is the lion in the upper part, and the man in the lower part. So they created this kind of an image which was just the opposite of Vishnu. Because just to show that we have another kind of a big incarnation which is just the opposite and can fight Vishnu very well. With these Rakshasas entering into these people, they developed a very aggressive nature. Fighting nature, aggressive nature. They developed their muscles in Greece very much. And the whole of history of Greece, if you read, is really maddening. One fighting another, another fighting another. They were killing each other. There's no end to it. Till Alexander came to India and he saw a culture which was dharmic, and he was quite surprised. How these people live with symbols and all that. He said, all right, I had enough of it, he went back. But in Egypt also, they could not understand dharma at all. Because they believed in the dead, all kinds of black magic and all that. So when the Islam came, they accepted Islam. So here came Christianity and there came Islam. They say in Russia, Tsar wanted to have some religion. So out of these, he asked the Christians, first he asked the Catholics to come and make them, all of them, religious. Because he wanted to have some religion. The essence is Vishnu. But these perverted Vishnu Swarupas were there. Now they went into Russia one by one. So first came the Catholics, and Catholics said, you can't have so many wives. You can only have one wife. So they said, this won't fit us. Vishnu had only one wife. Ekapatni, one wife. Even in Rama's life, same thing. Then they called for Muslims. So Muslims said that, all right, we can have many wives, but no drinking, no vodka. So they said, how are we to live without vodka? In all these religions, there's a little, part of dharma. In the first one, only one wife. In the second one, Islam, no drinking. They said, no, we can't live with that. Then they sent for Orthodox Christians. Orthodox is the word. And the Orthodox said, You can have as many wives you like, and you can drink as much as you like. They said this fits our dharma, and they accepted. So any kind of restrictions you put on human beings, any kind, without realization, they will do exactly what is restricted. I have seen the Muslims now, for example. Once I was coming from Riyadh, going to London, I went off to sleep. When I got up, I saw all very fashionable women with all uh, exposed bodies, and very fashionable men with bow ties and all that. I said, what has happened? So I asked the air hostess, where did we stop? She said, nowhere. I said, from where these people have come? She said, they are the same. In Riyadh, they would cover their faces. They'll cover themselves with this thing. My son-in-law told me that I can't say I'm traveling. I'm going with you, who is my mother-in-law. I'll be arrested. Even mother-in-law, you cannot. Only she should be your mother. Thank God our surnames were the same. So nobody arrested us. Such stupid things, keeping women away, men away, then telling the women, you can't do this, you can't do that. And men doing all kinds of things. All this results into a very bad hypocrisy. Same with Christians. If you read Christ, what he has said is so tremendous that for everything he said, for example, he said, they say there should not be any adultery, but he says even you should not have adulterous eyes, and it should not even come into your mind. Can you imagine what he said? Now tell me about Christian nations where women are becoming nude, naked, these men are looking at them, and it's all nonsense going on everywhere. Can you believe that these are Christians, and then on Sunday wear your hat and go to church? How can you call them Christians? There is no dharma at all. Going to church is another hypocrisy. And the amount of licentiousness that has come in the Western countries is the limit that one can reach. They do it in such a way that even animals won't do. The whole lifestyle is such, how to find our destruction. They want to destroy themselves. Why it doesn't happen in India so much? Because they know it is sin. They know it is sin. But then you have such things here, that a priest is abusing children. How can you? You are a priest. Have some shame. Even in India there are priests like that. But not to this extent. That in the college and schools you find the higher authorities of the Catholic Church are doing. Look at this Catholic Church, what sort of a Catholic Church it is. Catholic means Sanatan, is from the ancient, coming from the ancient Sanatan. It's coming the first. Where is it? How can you call themselves Catholics? They are the most modern gutters. That's what they are. What
Daksha Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively start the meditation by just being very comfortably sit and very comfortably establish in our being. All our attention is in Sasrara and in our heart, left heart. We breathe in peacefully by inflating the stomach and by being very conscious of the prana, the oxygen in the air, the energy of life in the air, and the grace behind this energy of life, the grace that has created this energy of life to nourish us, to nourish ourselves, to maintain us, to maintain life. Let's just breathe in and breathe out and just enjoy the miracle of life in us at each breath. And just be grateful for that. Let's put both hands on the floor while breathing in and breathing out peacefully. Shri Ganesh mantra with full attention on Mother Earth, both hands on the floor. We need to connect with the Lord Ganesh through our hands. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Om Sakshat. Shri Ganesha Sakshat. Shri Adishakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi. Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat. Shri Ganesha Sakshat. Shri Adishakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat. Shri Ganesha Sakshat. Shri Adishakti Mataji. Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Let's collectively surrender to the Lord Ganesh. All the heat in us, all the imbalances in our right side, in our left side, in the central channel, in all our being, in all our auras, collectively, individually, are completely surrendered. All the imbalances are surrendered to Mother Earth and to the Lord Ganesh in Mother Earth. Let's really be in the present, here and now, and fully surrendered collectively as one. not only the heat is coming out of our system collectively into Mother Earth, but also all that adharma, every single cell of our being is purified from adharma. We need to feel it from within, that every single cell become brighter, become lighter, become more enlightened as we are more and more surrendered to Mother Earth. Now, left hand on the lap, right hand still remains on the floor. Shri Mahakali Bhairava. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahakali Bhairava Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Once again, attention on the left side, from left Muladhara to Bhagagya. Let's collectively position ourselves in Sahasrara and watch all our left side being purified, being cleared by Shri Bhairava and his powerful light. Right hand on the lap, left hand over the shoulder. Again, collectively, we are really anchored in the collective Sahasrara, our common Sahasrara, and we watch and surrender the right side to the element air. Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahasaraswati Hanumana Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. all the ego, all the mind, all actions, reactions, even at very subtler level, are just surrendered the element air. Let's feel the peace inside. When right side is completely at rest. Now, both hands on the lap, all focused on central channel. Attention above Sahasrara. Let's say Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra with a desire to perceive the whole central channel, which is infinite. It is really opened to the divine realm. And Mother Kundalini will push us, is pushing us into that divine realm. Ude, ude, ude. Upward, upward, upward. Shri Adi Kundalini Mata mantra. Om Tvameva Saksha Shri Adi Kundalini Mata Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha Shri Lakshmi Vishnu mantra. Again, with full attention to really awaken the power and the energy of the Lord Vishnu, the evolutionary energy in us, and to truly be projected in the center energy and remain always in the central path, in the Sushumna. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Lakshmi Vishnu Sakshat Shri Adishakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha.
विष्णु के 24 नाम। ओम श्री केशवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री नारायणाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री माधवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री गोविंदाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री विष्णवे नमो नमः। ओम श्री मधुसूदनाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री त्रिविक्रमाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री वामनाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री श्रीधराय नमो नमः। ओम श्री ऋषिकेशाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री पद्मनाभाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री दामोदराय नमो नमः। ओम श्री संकर्षणाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री वासुदेवाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री प्रद्युम्नाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री अनिरुद्धाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री पुरुषोत्तमाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री अधोक्षजाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री नरसिंहाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री अच्युताय नमो नमः। ओम श्री जनार्दनाय नमो नमः। ओम श्री उपेन्द्राय नमो नमः। ओम श्री हरये नमो नमः। ओम श्री श्रीकृष्णाय नमो नमः। साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो
Where is our attention? Where is our attention? All attention is in Sahasrara, in collective Sahasrara, in Sahasrara of the Virat. Let's focus on our own individual Sahasrara together as the Sas and also on the Sahasrara of the Virat at the same time. Like the microcosm and the macrocosm. Let's really feel the Sahasrara, the wave of vibration, the combination and permutation of all the petals of the Sahasrara. The divine vibrations, the light, the colors, the energy, the powers of the Sahasrara. We just remain open to it. We don't do anything, just remain completely open to perceive the divine, our mother in Sahasrara. All attention in Sahasrara. And from Sahasrara, let's watch our own Kundalini, which is united to the primordial Kundalini of the Virat. We continue to surrender more and more. Let's watch the spirit in our heart, in our left heart. Shri Shiva is fully awakened in our heart. And he is the complement of Shri Vishnu. Let's watch the connection from heart to Sahasrara, to Brahmarandra. This connection is powerful and very clear. Our heart is completely open and shining, like 1 million of suns in one, from the light of the spirit. And the path, the connection from heart to Sahasrara, is really bright, really clear, and central Sahasrara is fulfilled with the complete presence of Sadashiva, of the spirit, in his highest form. Kundalini is rising, spirit is opened and shining in the heart and in Sahasrara. Attention at the Virat level. Complete attention on Adi Shakti, on our mother. Complete surrender to our mother. more we surrender, the completely dissolved we become. We become pure light, pure vibration, pure consciousness, totally dissolved in the Virat. Totally dissolved in the silence, in the peace. Let's ensure that we are at that level where we are in the heart of the goddess, completely surrendered, completely surrendered, and fully assured that our mother is taking care of us at all levels. Let's dissolve ourselves completely. No time, no space. Complete union with the Virat. Complete union with the goddess. Complete surrender. Let's ensure that there is no ego, no superego, no mind. We just surrender completely ego, completely superego. We surrender completely the mind. Everything that is remaining that need to be surrendered, our inner enemies, all the adharma that remains to be surrendered, is surrendered. We are pure spirit, pure consciousness, completely dissolved into the Virat, pure energy, pure glory, pure divinity. Today is the day dedicated to women on planet Earth. As we are at Virat level with no consciousness of anything else but divinity, let's collectively put all our attention on all the women of the world. May the Divine Mother and Shri Vishnu give them true Dharma, give them true power, and make every single woman of the world realize their own divinity, their own power, their own strength as women, and truly act accordingly to their inner strength and inner power. May all the women of the world be blessed with all the qualities of the Devi, and may they use this power with wisdom and complete love. As our mother and our sisters, may they guide and protect men. As our daughters, may they help us develop a pure dharmic relation. And may every single day be also a day dedicated to the power, to the Shakti, to the women. Not only one day in the year. This nourishment of Dharma and of the power need to be a day-to-day practice. May Devi always remain with us for eternity. May she always protect us, guide us, and help us to remain at the highest level of consciousness, of vibration, of awareness, of Dharma. Let's collectively thank our Mother from our heart. Let's collectively do Namaskar and raise our Kundalini.